Hey, what's up, everybody? It's your girl, Jay Carter, coming online, Coach Carter, trying to get my life together. So, I'm about to eat, so I think I'm going to make this a mukbang. Let me scoot back a little bit. A mukbang, so I'm in the car right now. And I'm just about to go to the next topic for He's Home, Now What? So, and I'm eating a Whataburger. What a burger. I think if you're from the South, you say Whataburger, when really it's what a burger. And this is Juneteenth weekend, so I'm finna go home, clean up, prepare myself for the week. Well, it's Monday, so I'm gonna prepare myself for the remainder of the week. So yeah, I did take all my veggies off my burger. Don't judge me. Don't judge me. So this topic is a little I don't know, but I am eating, which don't make it sexy, but it's about sex. So he's home, but he don't want to have sex with you. He's home, but he don't want to have sex with you. Or he doesn't want to have sex with you as much as you want to have sex. So you've been keeping yourself. You're not smashing the homies out here in these streets. And he comes home. So all of this pent up sexual frustration that you've been having, you ready to get it on. Let's get it on. Ow, baby. You ready to get it on. He only want to get it on once every 2 weeks. And the way your body's set up, that don't work out for you. The way your body is set up, you like, it doesn't work. Here's a few things to consider. One, if he's freshly home, he could be worried about his performance. And I don't care what you say as a woman. And we like, well, we don't care about the performance. We know it's going to take you a little, time to get your mojo back. As a man, that performance matters. So he may be a little nervous about his performance. Okay, I'm just giving you guys a few things. And sometimes the first couple of weeks or month that he's home, y'all probably going at it like rabbits. Then all of a sudden it dies. It doesn't slowly trickle down. It completely dies. Okay? So keep the root beer story in the back of your mind. As a matter of fact, always keep the root beer story in the back of your mind. Always. So homeboy don't want to have sex. And maybe not even real sex, but homeboy don't want to have sex, like even freaky kinky sex or regular sex. No sexing. Right? He could be a person who, when they are stressed, they cannot perform. I am learning things like that. When I am stressed, when I am sad, when I'm happy, when I'm depressed, when I'm going through whatever it is I'm going through, I still want to have sex. I still want to. Nothing really pulls me out of the mood, like nothing. It has to be something dramatic for me to be like, ooh, not right now. Because other than that, I'm like, okay. And so, depending on what you've been through in your life, this no sex thing, or him not touching you, or not cuddling with you, you may think it is you. It's not you. You may think that you're asking for too much. That's not you. The public display of affection, walking and holding hands. Like, I was in a relationship with I ain't gonna tell you. I was in a relationship years ago, and they said that they were not into public display of affection. Come to find out, and I went everywhere with them. Come to find out, it wasn't that they were not into public display of affection. It was all of the women that they were cheating on me with. He was cheating on me with so many women, and when things came about, I was like, oh, we thought you was his cousin. He said you was his cousin. But see, if we was holding hands, we wouldn't have been cousins. If we would have kissed in the mouth sometimes, we ain't cousins. So, depending on what you've been through, when your husband or your newly released spouse begins to display these actions, it might take you back. People think we cousins, bruh. Because you walking around calling me bro instead of bae. Or you don't say bae at all. So there's no identification of who this person is. There's no label of who this person is. Which means when Lil Mama see you, she can say whatever she wants to, because she's assuming that you're with a partner, or you're with your cousin, or you're with your sister. And that's gonna trouble you. I'm gonna tell you, it troubled me. It troubled me. I'm trying to get y'all ready for what you may have to deal with. They may not be into public display of affection. They just may not be into it. These are things that you can talk about. We talked about a lot of things. But again, life is going to throw you a big, huge curveball. And remember, they are going to listen to other people. So your voice is not as prominent as it once was. It doesn't mean your voice is not important. It's just not the main person that they are wanting to be with and hear. And, excuse me, they basically want to figure everything out on their own. And sometimes you got to step back, hands off, and let them hit that brick wall a couple of times. And it's not comfortable for you as a spouse, because if you can prevent it, that is your ultimate goal. How can I prevent my spouse from either looking crazy, being crazy, acting crazy? How can I prevent this? Well, just like a mother with a kid, sometimes you just gotta let it happen. Let it happen. And it's a little awkward because you want to be there for them. You want to help them in every way that you can. I'm telling you, if he not touching you, one, he could be worried about his performance. Two, it could be that his drive is not as high as yours, which y'all will have to start going to some type of sex counseling or come up with some type of program that might work best for you guys, because it's important. I'm not going to say the obvious, that maybe he's not attracted to women anymore. He's attracted to men. I'm not going to speak on that, because at this point, if your husband is at home or on his way home or been gone for a length of time, you know that's already a possibility. And nobody knows your situation but you. So you know if that's really a thing or if that's really not a thing. Another thing, and this is really like explicit as where I'm going, they also may be used to the feeling of jacking off. Again, I know, Coach Carter, you shouldn't be saying things like that. I'm gonna give you the real. So there's a different feeling from masturbation than it is from actual sex. So if they've been going, especially in the double digits, they are used to that one hand stroke. They're used to that, and they have mastered the way they can make themselves release in a matter of 2 minutes. They can make themselves hold off for 30 minutes, or, you know, are we just edging today? Y'all know what I'm trying to say. They can do all of these things, and you have not either mastered that or understood that. Like, he would rather jack off than have sex with me. It's not you. It's not you. You still beautiful. You still pretty. You still got, you know, decent morning breath. Because I smell some of y'all breath. It be funky sometimes. But y'all still got it going on. So don't think it's you. But depending on what you've been through in your life, you may beat yourself up. You may drag yourself. You may even be in a place of like, dang, I can't believe that I'm allowing this to happen. You may even consider cheating. And with women, we don't just get out there and cheat. We don't do that. At least not Real one. We don't do that. If we step outside of them doors, it's because we emotionally feel like we are not connected with the person we were once connected to. Every tip and everything that I share with y'all is going to come down to two things. Three things. Are y'all connected like y'all always been? And if not, y'all need to get back connected. 2, you got to pray about everything. Not just pray about y'all relationships, but his outside influences and your outside influences. Because you're going to have homegirls that be like, don't deal with him, put him out. Don't deal with him, he ain't da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Trust me, he got homeboys who wasn't even there for him while he was out there. They wasn't nowhere to be found, okay? Absent. But he would listen to them and they'll say, man, you need to find you somebody else. Now, why would you throw away the person who has been there for you and you never had to question their motives? You never had to question their situation. You never had to question that. But because now you're free and these other people have these unique popping relationships, now they want that too. And now they question things about you, right? So if they not touching you, make sure you pay attention to their sex drive. Make sure you pay attention to their desire for you if they're already used to jacking off, because they may just be used to it and they okay with only having sex, once a week or once every 2 weeks because they used to jacking off. We tired of masturbating. We want the real thing, and some of them may not want the real deal. Ain't nothing like the real thing, baby. They don't want it. They don't want it. But ain't nothing wrong with you, which again brings you back to the reality check. Reality check with you brings you back to being patient. Being patient, because if you aren't healed from all these different things and then they come in your life and life is going to throw a curveball, it's going to be hard just being married anyway. Anybody say marriage is easy, they a lie. But then to top it off with life throwing you curveball after curveball after curveball, that's going to be tough. That's going to be hard as hell. And if you're not praying about it, if you're not having the right people in your corner, you're going to mess up and fumble a good marriage. You're going to mess up and fumble a good person. And that ain't what you want to do. Pay attention to their sex drive. It could be low. They could just enjoy the masturbation. Also, when it comes to the obvious thing, if that's the case, and if that's something you okay with, that's your business. That's your business. If it's something that you're not okay with, then y'all need to talk about that so you can kind of split ways amicably. But they still deserve a conversation, which that video is coming up. I hope y'all understand that you have to tell them what you want and be patient and hope they give it to you. Now, I'm not giving y'all these tips for you to stay in a place that makes you feel less than, for you to stay in a relationship where he's not honoring you or respecting you, or he's choosing other people over you. I am not telling you to stay in relationships. I'm just telling you what I've dealt with in this 1 year time that my husband has been home. That's all I'm saying. I am giving you information that was not given to me. I'm giving you information that I was angry about at first, ready to fight, okay? Okay? I ain't balled up my fist in so long, baby. I was ready to fight. I'm angry. What? And just things that I was faced with that I did not know what to do with this information. I didn't know who to talk to. I didn't know what to share, what not to share. I felt by myself. I felt alone, because who could I tell these tribulations to outside of Jesus? Okay? So, if you feel alone, reach out to me. We can talk. We can share. And all of it isn't bad. It's just things you need to be mindful of. But whatever you know when it comes to that sex thing, that ain't you. Because everybody wants their hand to be held sometimes. Everybody wants to be cuddled sometimes. And remember, they've been locked up for so long, they used to not holding hands. They used to not being cuddled. I'll tell you this one situation. Me and my husband had not been out. We normally don't go out. And so after I had the baby, we ended up going out. Hold on one second, guys.